All right. So the event is formally known as the Vibe Open Mic, which started in February of 2015, and after 4 years in 2019, the Love Ambassador changed its name to what we now know today as the Louisville Vibe Open Mic. There is no other consistent open mic in the city of Louisville, Kentucky that has occurred weekly for so long. All thanks to songwriter and film scene artist Miss Sasha Renee. Hello and welcome everyone to Melodically in Tune Live. I'm your queen, Melody Simone. We are gathered here today to discuss the grand launch of the weekly event. This weekly event returns this Thursday after being away since May of 2022. Joined with us today, I have the one and only Sasha Renee and her business partner, Kiangelo, also known as 502 Pac. Thank you all for joining me. How are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm excited.
Great, that's good. So, let's just kind of get into it. Let's talk about the overall vibe, the rebirth of the vibe. Why is it so essential? Like, how did it come along?
You want to talk about that?
So Vibe is a platform for any artist, any internet, actually out and for their art stage and gain on a platform they may not put. I watched. I think Vibe was 2016. And so yeah, being great that time. What happened?
Oh, it's just you talking. It's okay.
All right. Yeah. Since then, it's been great. Like Sasha came to the idea to be a part owner of it. It's something that I love and I really appreciate Sasha even reach out to me and also put the platform.
Okay. So, how long have you all been business partners? How did that come about?
Kiangelo has been working with the Vibe for a while now, a few years. But honestly, I needed help. I knew that the Vibe was going to come back. I wasn't going to be able to maintain it by myself. Because that's one of the reasons that we had to end it the first time. I was definitely overwhelmed. There was too much going on, and I needed the assistance. You know what I'm saying? So I had to reach out to somebody who I knew and trusted with the Vibe. And the first person on my list was Kiangelo, so it just was given.
Okay. And so, tell us about how the whole... Well, actually, first of all, let me go back. You are actually not physically here in Louisville, Kentucky. And you mentioned how it's been hard in a sense that because you're not physically here, yeah, you needed time reaching out, or help reaching out. I'm sorry. You need help reaching out. So talk about how that has been a struggle. Like with you now being in Houston, how has that been? Like, how do you stay communicated with everything that's going on?
The communication is pretty easy. Like, we have a group chat where I communicate with everybody every Thursday. This is what we were doing before.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't really have to do that as much. I can pretty much just pick Kiangelo up and know that he's there at the show. You know what I'm saying? Running things and stuff. So, I think the biggest thing was me being away gave people an excuse to not come to the Vibe anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we've really had to just up the promo and the marketing so that me not being there doesn't affect the event because it's not the Sasha Renee show. You know what I'm saying?
But some people, may maybe because you created it and they just know you're also an artist, so it's like if Sasha's not there, then what's the point? But I get it.
Yeah, because the point is all of these other performers in the city who are performing need an audience. You know what I'm saying?
That is correct.
I'm not getting on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So I just really want people to respect and appreciate the vibe as a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And not just, I'm just going because Sasha is there physically. You know what I'm saying? It's way bigger than me.
Right. So speaking of there physically, will you be there this Thursday?
Yes, I will. I will be there this Thursday and the next 2 Thursdays. So I'm coming to Louisville for a few weeks to help D'Angelo get the event off the ground.
Okay, you all heard that, so you all can see Sasha. But is Sasha gonna bless us with a number? Are you gonna perform for us?
Probably not.
Well, you're out here doing your own thing. You have your own music also. Shout out to your latest video that you have, TMH.
Thank you.
I mean, why not do that? Bless us a little bit with a selection.
I don't know. That's a mystery still. Me performing at the Vibe this Thursday is really just a question mark.
Yeah, but we'll be glad to have you either way it goes. So talk about the process of the relaunch. We see that the headliner is no other than Mr. Rob Lee. What made you all decide to go with him? Was it a process of different headliners? Like, how can someone go about being a headliner for future references?
It was organic. So I was in Louisville, and Rob was talking to me about his album. And he said that he was going to drop it on February the 3rd, and I was like, the first night of the Vibe is February the 2nd. He was like, I was going to ask you about that, but I was kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Let me hit D'Angelo up. So I hit D'Angelo. D'Angelo was with it, and that easy, he's headlining.
That's good. So, as far as the other artists who are going to be there for the open mic section, I heard that the process of being able to perform on stage has gotten a bit tighter, or it's a different process than previous times. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the process has changed. So the process was the first night we did change the process. We basically put our heads together and came up with the initial 20 people. And so people did feel slight because of the original format was first come, first served. But with the relaunch, we just individually wanted it to be as big as possible. Not saying that the Vibe and loyal people wouldn't make it big, but we just wanted to put on a show. And the people that are on the show for the first night are all people that could headline other venues and also can set up performances for themselves. And they have a pretty big platform for themselves. But to be on the Vibe for the first night, it was more of like it was our decision to who we wanted to put on the stage. And it was a tough decision because we, like I said, we never down to 20 people, and I'm saying there's been hundreds of artists that came through the Louisville Vibe. So just to even make that decision, it was up as far as my mind.
Right. And so speaking of that decision, I know now artists themselves, I know from personal experience, there are artists who will try to perform their whole album if you let them. But it went from, I guess, like the 5 to 6 minutes, like 2 songs, to just 1 song. Why did you all decide to do that?
I mean, it really was just like, how can we make the show better?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think one and out It's essentially just a better show. It runs smoother. It takes up less time, and people's attention span is more so built for that. You will still see artists performing 2 and 3 songs sometimes, but that comes with a fee. So most artists will be performing 1 song, but they do have the option to go up to 2 and even 3 songs if they pay their fee. So we incorporated that as well because we needed to monetize the event more. We don't want to be losing putting this event on every week. Even though I love y'all, I don't want to lose no more. You know what I'm saying? So we had to monetize.
Okay, I understand that because I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I hope don't nobody try to come with like a mixed song and try to say it's one, like mix them all in there. I'm like, see, y'all try to cheat the system, but it's okay. I understand. Speaking of artists, there's been so many different artists that who've came on the stage, many different entertainers. So looking back on the past years, who can you say that you've become a fan of? Like, whose growth have you witnessed?
You want to go first, Sasha?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people. Jesus. I would say early on it was definitely be Twist. When I think about the early years of the Vibe, I mean, I just seen him go from an artist a lot of people didn't know to just building up the energy in the city. And now he don't even come perform at the Vibe. He boots, you know what I'm saying? He might be making an appearance this week, though. I'm trying to think who else. Jay Rich. I feel like, you know, I didn't know who he was when he started performing at the Vibe, but I know who he is now. He was one of our picks for this week, so that's how impactful he's been on the stage. So definitely those two.
So what about you?
I think for me, my number one, definitely like an hour for Mateo. Watching him go from being nervous out in the front of Nirvana on Boston Road to just jumping on that stage and just capturing everyone in the room's attention. That's definitely one of my top 5 growth I've seen, and it's just like it's crazy. And there's others, like so many of them. John Doe, he's just watched him the other day on the Follow Through Doe, and just to watch his growth and his confidence on the stage and confidence even off the stage, it's dope to see these guys and girls just grow musically and personally.
So, what advice do you all have for those who have never been to the Vibe, never really been on the stage? What are you all looking forward to? Like, what advice can you give those people?
Don't be nervous. Just come do it. For 8 years now, this platform has been a lot of people's first performance. We are welcoming of it. It's every week, so it's the perfect opportunity for you to practice often. You know what I'm saying? And feel comfortable doing it. Before you go and travel out of town to perform or do other shows in your hometown, you gotta do open mics. You gotta hone your live performance skills, and this is just the perfect place to do it. So don't be scared to reach out. Also, come to the event even when you're not performing. You need to be there networking. You need to have business cards and flyers and merch. Buy a merch table one night and promote yourself and your brand. You know what I'm saying? Connect with us outside of just, I'm here to just get my 15 seconds of fame and dip. You know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely. And I am not an entertainer at all. But I have had some amazing networking opportunities by just either hosting the Vibe with The Weeknd, with Ted's radio show, or just working the door. So I definitely can attest to that. As far as the Louisville Vibe open mic that's returning, you all have already mentioned a little bit about the best artist competition. Can you tell us a little bit about that and why you all chose to branch out from just the open mic to having that artist competition?
Key, you want to talk about that?
So the first competition night of this competition, so it's more catered to the singers. We are collaborating with Daria Raymore. So she's the number one vocalist in the city for me. If anybody wants to press against that, that's on you. But yeah, we branched off to the competition. I've been doing that, I think maybe about 2 years now. It's just something like everybody feels like they're the best. So the thing about that is, put your money where your mouth is. Come, bring your original content, and we have judges that have a baseline of how they're going to judge the competition. But you know what, talent. So it's just a I guess an extension of the vibe. It's like, okay, you come there to perfect your craft of performing. Now put your money where your mouth is from the weeks of free performance.
Yeah, I did a competition down here in Houston, and I immediately was like, I need to bring this back home to the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I have an event I do every Thursday. Why don't we create a spinoff of the Vibe once a month and do a competition as well? So that's how the idea came about, me being down here in a different city and seeing them put on this competition where I paid like $75 to win $750. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I said it makes a lot of sense. People will put their money in if they believe in themselves to get the opportunity to win a lot more. So yeah.
So do you see a difference between that actual event versus the regular open mic? Is there a difference? Do people enjoy one more than the other? Do you see the same audience, or do you see a different crowd? How does that go?
It's a much bigger crowd. Our competition nights are our biggest nights every month since we've been doing them. Definitely brings out a lot of new faces because they're coming and excited to support whatever artist they know who's competing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the open mic is in the past has been more so a regular rotation of people who just know about the vibe and come support it. But again, me and Kendra are working together. We want every night to be. Matter of fact, even if the competition night's still the best night each month, we're taking those numbers up. You know what I'm saying? We want the vibe to be a space where every week you can come perform in front of a few hundred people. Not just 50, 60, 70, but hundreds. So yeah.
Okay. So we talked about the overall event itself. I know that there was kind of like a drought when it came to venues. So how did you all stumble across this particular venue? I do not speak Spanish, so I do apologize if I say it wrong. Havana.
That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. So how did you all come across this venue?
So I am connected to DJ Zavi, who is one of the owners over at Havana Blues, because he's on royalty. So really, this connection again came from being a part of our royalty and working with Ted. You know, Ted's always has my back. He has always plugged me in. It's a reciprocal relationship. So DJ Zavi reached out to me and was like, "Are y'all still looking for a venue for the Vibe?" And I was like, "Yes, this is what we need."
Okay, so I know with a new venue also comes a new atmosphere, and you all intend on adding a after vibe. So, how do you feel that'll go? Like, what are you looking forward for that?
So with us being at Nirvana, we with me working the door. I noticed that towards the end of the night, around about, 12:30, being on Boston Road, people just wanted to stumble in, get a drink, still party. So it's just like, sometimes we weren't charging them. We just, if we were still staying there, kicking it with the bartenders and stuff, and the owners there, we would allow people to come in, and we would party till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we started to notice that it would be at least 10 to 15 additional people that weren't at the vibe. They were just coming in, just catching that energy. So I brought it to Sasha, like, let's do after vibe. Let's allow people to stay a little bit longer and party and network and do all that stuff, where they just don't have to rush out and worrying about not being able to network with people as long as they want to, or just rushing out the venue. So it was more organic. Like I said, with Zavi, he told us, hey, the venue could be open till 4 o'clock in the morning. So it was just perfect. It was divine intervention, basically.
Gotcha. And so, with it being open late hours, is this going to be an option for every night when there's the vibe?
Yes. Of course, if we don't have a bunch of people coming to the after party, we may close up early. Instead of partying until 3:30 in the morning, we may just chill and vibe out to 2:30. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to be based on how many people are in the building, but it is definitely our intention to make the after vibe its own thing. So a new event is birthing itself as an extension of the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be dope. You're going to have people that just don't want to come out and check out artists in the live entertainment, right? They just looking for a Thursday night where they can come drink. And I think that this is the perfect space to do that. We created the energy. And it's like we might as well. You got people who after the open mic want to stay around and drink. It's always been a thing, but in the past, Nirvana would usually be kicking us out of there at midnight. Like we close, you know what I'm saying? Havana Blues is not close to 3:30 in the morning. So we're taking advantage of that. Again, it's another way to monetize. How can I talk? And just, do something else dope. So yeah.
So can we get an inside scoop of anything different or extra special that's going to happen come Thursday? We're going to have people popping out somewhere. Like, what's going to happen? We know who the headliners are, or the headliner is. I'm sorry. We know who the headliner is. But who else is performing? Like, what else can we expect come Thursday?
There are going to be a few surprises. You're going to have to come out, Louisville Vibe, eventbrite.com, get your tickets right now.
Get your tickets.
On the card, we have Honey Job. I'm really looking forward to seeing her perform because she's newer on the scene, but she's very, very dope. Also, Day One, same situation, a super dope singer from the city who a lot of people just don't know about. She's a hidden gem. So I'm looking forward to people seeing all those other people in the lineup that are not quote unquote like the stars of the scene, but who are also at that level talent-wise. But I mean, Chanson, Daria, Mark De Niro, Baron Lee, Jordan Destin, the list goes on and on.
Okay. So February is a huge month. Not only is it the relaunch of the Louisville Vibe, but also we have the anniversary that's coming up. Can we get an insight about what to expect there?
Yeah.
So the thing about the anniversary, because we have other ideas for the month. Another anniversary is generally the last week of February.
Yep.
Where did he go?
My bad. My son's probably about to be in bed, but like I was saying, the anniversary is the last week of February, and because of how we are already putting things into place, we moved it to the first of March. So actually, I think the date is March 2nd. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's its own thing. We actually haven't sat down and figured that out. We're already trying to figure it out week. And the first night is going to be a movie. So we're putting it on a movie for the first night. So main focus is that right now. So we really sat down, discussed on the idea, but it's going to be a movie this month.
Yeah, it's going to be on March 2nd. We do have our host. The headliner slot is still wide open. So if you want to inquire to be the headliner for that night,
no, it's not.
You got it. What?
No, it's not. We already have
You said what?
we already have a pressure night.
Oh, I don't remember. Let me be quiet.
We already have it. He's a legend. I'm gonna say that. I won't say who it, but it's a little legend. Worked with on. So yeah, it's definitely. It's going to be
Okay. So, any other things you all can tell us about what to expect, not just for the month of February, but for the overall year? What are you all looking forward to when it comes to the Louisville Vibe? Yeah, just what are you all looking forward to this year? What do you all want to try new, aside from it being a new venue and a new actor vibe? What else would you all like to see come of the vibe this year?
Like I said again, I want to see those numbers increase. Like, I want people to be talking about it. Like, wow, this is crazy. Every single week, they got hundreds of people at this event just to come check out local talent. So I definitely want to see that, and I'm excited about that. But I'm super excited about us continuing our comedy and poetry nights that we started like probably 2 months before we ended last year, something like that. But the comedy and poetry night, we're elevating that experience as well, because I listen to people, and a lot of people don't necessarily want to come out and just see rappers and singers for whatever reason. They like more of a laid back vibe, poetry, comedy, things like that. So we're creating that experience for people monthly. So it's going to be a whole new thing. It's going to be like a super dope, intimate vibe, date night type of experience. So I look forward to that.
I love it. I love it. I love to see it. Is there anything else that you all would like to add?
I would add that to piggyback off. We want to vibe a movie every week. So that's how we're putting it. We're spending count talking, going back and forth ideas from each of our perspective on how to make better than the. So that's our goal. The first night, I think that's we want to boost this, then move forward. We want to take this show. So it's not definitely going to perform, be passionate, but we want to be like I should say, but understand there, and we want to get art. Be able to perform in front of every week. And that includes the comedy. Even though it's setting, we still want people there. I'm saying the comedian get lights on the poets as much as we do the music. So it's literally something that on week to make it people say best event in the city and them and that we want to find people every on what's happening. We're hours. That's helping with party in April. As far as go with us planning stuff. So it's definitely movie concert vibe.
Okay, so thank you all for joining me. If you could please let the lovely people know exactly where they can find you and tell them a little bit of whatever it is that you have going on personally, this is definitely the time to do so.
So definitely make sure y'all check out TMH official music video that just dropped. Follow me on all my social media platforms at Sasha Renee Music, but also make sure you follow the Louisville Vibe social media platforms at the Louisville Vibe. Get those tickets. LouisvilleVibe.eventbrite.com. That's another new thing we incorporated or brought back. There's a lot of people that have those half-price pre-sale tickets, so they don't get to the door and be mad that it's $10. I mean, it's only $10. It's worth more than that, but you know how people are, especially on Thursday night. But get those tickets.
Definitely.
So you can find 502 on Instagram, 502 Talk, TikTok. Just ready. Thanks to them. That's about it. Get them tickets.
So again, the return of the Louisville Vibe is this Thursday, February 2nd, 2023 at Havana Blues. Doors open at 8 p.m. Tickets are being sold at louisville.eventbrite.com. If you all have any other questions or concerns for these lovely two people, please do email them at thelouisvillevibe@gmail.com. Thank you all for joining me, and I will definitely see you all Thursday.
Yes,
See you
ma'am.
Thursday.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.